everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Taylor and this is Budget with Taylor. Here on my channel I create budgeting and savings content designed to help you stay organized, motivated, and financially confident while keeping it cute and intentional. So if you enjoy this type of content, don't forget to subscribe before we begin. Okay, you guys, so today's video is a budget with me, which is long overdue. So I was not able to do a budget with me for Q1 or Q2, but I was determined to put out a budget with me for Q3. So since this is a new month, which is July, and it's actually July 4th, so happy July 4th, but I'm planning for you guys to see this video on July 7th, which is Tuesday, and then my cash stuffing video, which will be the 9th, July 9th, which is a Thursday. So that is the plan. So I'm excited because I don't think I've done a budget with me for 2026. So I'm just excited. So let's jump into it. Okay, so we will be budgeting a total of $1,439.76. Yeah, I'm so excited. I have not done this in so long. I really hope you guys can see that. It does look a little light. Okay, so hopefully you guys can still see that. All right, let's make this quick. Okay, so I do tithe. So I tithe off of my gross, I believe. It's before taxes. So that's 183. And tithing is when I just give back 10% to God, because I do know where my help comes from. And listen, I need his help in everything that I do. All right, so another $10 is going to come out because that goes automatically into my Navy Fed, which leaves me with $1,246.76. All right, so automatically I take out $450 for my bills. My bills I was doing on camera, but I did that with prop money only because right now I am paying a lot of my bills out of my checkings account. However, the whole purpose of me cash stuffing my 1 month ahead is so that I'm able to cash stuff my bills binder, which is actually this binder right here with real money and not prop money. So it's gonna always get $450, and it's just $450 flat that I put into it just every time I get paid, because I do have a bills checkings account and I just pay bills out of that account. So each time I get paid, it just gets a flat $450. So bills are gonna get $450, and then $146.76 is going to go into my savings. So minus 146.76, which leaves me with $650. However, my name got drawn at one of our luncheons, so I did get a chance to spin. I won $150. However, $50 did come out of that because that $50 was a star note. So I decided to cash that star note into my special bills binder. So $100 is going to go back into my budget. And then they finally took money out of my paycheck for my uniform, and half of my uniform was $70. So $70 did come out. However, I have money set aside for when they take money out of my paycheck for uniforms or just little things like that. So they took $70 out. However, I had $70 cash saved in my clothing envelope. So that is where that $70 is going to come back in. So plus 170, which leaves me with $820 to cash stuff. So hopefully that makes sense. All right, y'all. So I think I can zoom back out a little bit. That's good. All right. So again, because my camera is acting funny and I do want a new camera, I'm just trying to hurry up. So I'm sorry if this video is not as aesthetic as I may like, but the whole purpose of this video is just for educational and to show you guys how I budget and what works for me. So again, we have $820 left over. So we do need to cash stuff my wallet. And in my wallet, I have gas, spending, eating out, groceries, giving, and buffer. All right, so in gas, we're gonna do $50. And yes, I already have everything written out, so I'm just showing you guys what I already budget and where it's gonna go. So gas is gonna get $50, spending is gonna get $10, eating out is going to get $50, groceries, that is going to get $75, giving is going to get an automatic $5, and buffer, it is going to get 10. So altogether that is 50, 10, another 50 plus 75 plus 15. So $200 is gonna go into my wallet. All right, so that 820 minus 200 into my wallet leaves me with 620. All right, and then next we have my business binder. I do need to get a few things for sure. I need to get more laminate sheets, so inventory restock. And then my P.O. box I need to renew, so that needs to go down. Stationery, I do have my Infinite Lotus subscription, and I believe that is it for my business binder. So in inventory restock, we're gonna do $20. P.O. box is gonna do $2, and I did it that way because it was to bump me up, I believe, to an even 20 or an even 10, I don't remember. And then stationery, that is going to get 20 as well. So in my business binder, we are going to do 20, 40, $42. So 620 minus 42 leaves me with $578. So that is good. All right, in my sinking funds binder, we are gonna do 1 month ahead, my emergency savings, and I believe we're gonna do car maintenance. So for sure, in my 1 month ahead, we're gonna do $75. My emergency savings, our goal is 1K, and we're gonna do $20. And then car maintenance, we are going to do $35 because I do have to get my car washed soon. So I figured let me go ahead and get that out the way. So in sinking funds, we're gonna do 75 plus 20 plus 35, which is 130. So 578 minus 130. So it leaves me with $448. So good. In my travel binder, we're going to do a flat 100 because we do have a trip coming up. So I'm gonna put a check and then minus 100, with which will, excuse me, leave me with $348. So that is good. And then my loved one binders, or family and friends. Sorry, I had to cut the camera off just to make sure it doesn't shut off on me. So my mom is going to get 75. Alasia is gonna get $18, and I believe that 18 is gonna put her at an even 20. Again, don't quote me because I don't have my binders in front of me. So I believe that is it for family and friends. So 75 plus 18, so $93. So 348 minus 93, which leaves me with 255. So we're still in budget, which is great. My holiday binder, I really hope you guys can see this and that it's not too sloppy, but if it is, then we will try again in Q4. So Halloween, that is going to get $20, which I am kind of excited about this year. And then Christmas, that is also going to get 20, and then it's going to leave me with 40. So minus 40, which is going to be 215 is what we have left in the budget. All right, what are we missing? So we got my wallet, my business, my sinking funds, my loved ones, my holiday. I think we can zoom out a little bit. Okay, so we have 115 left. Let me just start a new page. So I have all my challenges written out. So we have 115 left in the budget. So for Q3, which I decided to do a Q3 savings challenges. So challenges will last me from July to September. And then we have Just a Girl challenge, and then we have our Whimsical Dog challenge. We have our Flower Child. We have our Miko savings. And you guys will see what challenges I'm referring to when you see my cash stuffing video. We have our little bakery. We have our Element challenge. Then we have Milk and Mocha. We have our Parent Trap, Doug, and our Stitch challenge. And again, you guys, I do apologize that this is so sloppy. I have terrible handwriting in my opinion. So, all right, so we have what was it? 115. All right, so we're gonna do $10 for sure. And then we're gonna do Just a Girl is gonna get 9. I believe we're gonna do 15 in that challenge. And then our Flower Child, that for sure is gonna get 10 from what I remember. Our Miko, I believe it's 9 or 8. I'll come back. Our Element for sure is gonna get 5. Milk and Mocha, that is going to get 5. The Parent Trap is an even 10. Stitch, I know for sure is going to get 20. So we have $23 left. What was the bakery? All right, I believe Doug was 15. Yeah, okay, okay, I was right. So our bakery is going to get 8. So $115 is going to go into our saving challenges. So if we add everything back up, again, I can't apologize enough for my sloppy handwriting, y'all. I'm so sorry. All right, so we have the $1,439.76. Again, 183 is going to go towards my tithes. Then in my Navy Federal, we have $10. And then $450 is going to go into my bills. $146.76 is going to go into my savings. So minus 146.76, which leaves me with $650. However, we're going to add back that 170 from the spin that I won, and then $70 for my uniform. So plus 170, which leaves me with $820 to catch stuff with. In my wallet, we are going to do $200. In my business, we're going to do 42. In my sinking funds, we're going to do 130. Travel is going to get 100. Family and friends, that is going to be 93. Holiday binder is going to get 40. Beauty binder, it is going to get 100. And then in my saving challenges, we are doing $115. So the math is mathin'. So that is it for today's Budget With Me video. Again, I cannot apologize enough if my handwriting is sloppy or if you guys can't see it. Again, we will try again in Q4. But overall, I hope that you guys enjoyed today's video and that you did find it a little bit informative if you're new to my channel. So yeah, so till next time, don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Leave a comment down below because it does help my channel and I love to hear from you guys. So until next time, stay intentional and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.